Assalamu alaikum everyone. This is Ahmed Abdul Salam, and in this video I'm gonna discuss this project, which is mainly about Terraform. So we are required to create a VPC with two instances. This was actually the initial requirement, but later on I decided to change this one to create two public subnets instead of one. Um, that's why, because the load balancer needed at least two public subnets. Okay, and then we are required to create a launch template and auto scaling group with some basic scaling policy. Okay, and then we are required to create just one instance which has MySQL 8 installed on it, and then we are required to store the state in an S3 bucket, and we are required to use modules to separate the functions. So first, let's discuss this VPC. So first of all, this is the main file which connects everything together. We are using an S3 bucket here to store the state of our infrastructure. This is the bucket name. Okay, and these are the modules. We are using dependencies just to run them sequentially, because all of them require the VPC to be created first. Okay, and we are taking the output from one module and providing it to the second module, um, because some modules will use some other parameters from other modules. Okay, so also one more thing, to run this application or Terraform, you need to have AWS configured on your machine. So if you don't have it already configured, go ahead and do it. Okay. So let's start by discussing the first module, which is VPC. So this is the VPC, and we are enabling DNS support and hostname just to give the newly created instances an IP and DNS in public subnets. And we are, and this is the first public subnet, and this is the second public subnet I decided to create later. This is the first and the only private subnet here in our application. This is the private route table, the public route table, some associations, and this is the public internet gateway. And this is a default security group which enables all the traffic from within the VPC between all the resources. Okay, so this is almost everything about the first module. Let's go to the second module, which is this one, the auto scaling group. So this no, let me just leave this one to the end. This is the launch template, and here we are listing all the configurations or all the specs we need to have for our application instances. And here I'm using this image which has the application installed on it, and these are the specs. And also I'm using a different security group here, because this application should be accessible from the internet. And so that's why we are enabling SSH to just debug if there is anything wrong, and we are enabling HTTP and HTTPS, and all outbound traffic is also enabled. The third module here is the database instance. So as per the requirements, we are only required to create one database instance, and I'm doing the same trick here. I'm using, and I provisioned an instance on AWS and stored on and installed everything I want on this instance, and then created an image based on this one and used it directly here. Okay, so I find this like very easy and less error prone actually. So I'm also here creating another security group. I could have used the default one here. It actually does the same everything, but I decided to create a different one just in case I needed to customize anything later. Okay, and this is the ANI which has the subnet ID and security group attached. The last module here is the auto scaling group. So in this module, we are creating the auto scaling group itself. We are using some variables to control the capacity, and these variables are being provided here, and we are using the default values here. If you want to override, you can just use TF vars to provide your values if you want. Okay, and here we are using a policy, and this is the load balancer. We have this one attached to the load balancer. The type of the load balancer is application. Mm, Basic stuff here. The listener. That's it. Okay, so let's go. I have applied this Terraform uh, project. So let's go and see actually the status. So these are all the created resources. So we can also get some more information by uh, through this way. Okay, um, that's it. Just to run this application, you need first to run Terraform validate to discover if you have any syntax errors, and then Terraform apply to know the changes. Let's go ahead to the console and see. Okay, so this is the created auto scaling group. This one. Okay, and the capacity is 1. And this is the load balancer. Yeah, today's date. Okay, and here we go. This is the we have two security groups or three security groups actually. mm, I want okay, we can find them later. I don't remember the name actually, but they are here. Okay, uh, the instances, we should have two instances, one for the database and the other for the auto scaling group. They're all created this almost at the same time. Okay, so launch template also. Yeah, this is the one we've created. Mm, that's it. So this is it for this project. So I also have another project for Ansible configurations. So I provision all the resources created in based on this Terraform application. I think in the near future I will create another video um, or integrate them together to have like one repo to create all the to provision all the resources and then configure them in one command actually. That's it. um, Thank you.